If you are a woman that is wanting some health advice that's a little off the cusp, so to speak, we talk all things witchy, lymphatic, diet, menopause, embarrassing stories, anything you can think of in a fun, helpful environment. This episode is for you.
Hi, welcome to Lymph Sluts, where your two witchy, slutty, favorite lymphatic specialists tell you how to live your life. Let's start with a little introduction. This is Raina. So, Raina, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you started Lymphatic Organic and how you got into all things lymphatics?
Yes, and brought you along with me.
Yeah.
Dragged you unwillingly.
100%.
2018, I had a tummy tuck. I gained about 30 pounds with my first son, and I didn't heal properly from that tummy tuck after I had muscle repair, skin removal. So I ended up having to get lymphatic drainage done on me because nothing else could cure me. I had a version of it done in LA because nobody in Las Vegas at the time did it the way that I wanted it to be done. Fell in love with it, came home, changed my entire life, became obsessed with it, and basically healed myself, and then started working on friends and family as fun. I was doing residential real estate for 20 years prior, so it definitely took me on a completely different trajectory. I loved it. I've completely changed so many other areas of my life, including diet, nutrition, everything based on my lymphatic system. So I became very, very engulfed with it. So started doing it out of my house during COVID, which was interesting times for sure. And then progressed, got a commercial space, ended up having a very terrible assistant.
I'm pretty sure that I came to your house when you were
You came to my first house.
Yeah.
I think you were the second person I ever technically professionally worked on. I still have pictures. I made you stand up full frontal nudity and took the before and after, which I was
mortified. I remember.
It's we don't do that anymore. We've learned our angle is a little bit better for sure. Yeah. But I was at that house and I moved to another house, blah, 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 commercial space. But I had a really terrible assistant at the time. We were in the midst of pool auditions, which you and I both know now how crazy of a time it is for us specifically because so many females are trying to get their body right. It's very time consuming because there's only a very small window of time for them to be prepared for this. Mm-hmm. And the assistant I had at the time, I caught her using my credit card unauthorized, and she threw a fit. And she left somebody in the sauna at the time. And I had another 15 people that day by myself. And she goes, I quit. And she left. And I was like, shit. So who do I call? This little lady here. And I said, listen, bitch, if you can get here in 10 minutes and help me, you can have the job.
Well, to talk about that story from my perspective, yes. I was going through my separation, and I was teaching yoga, fitness, wellness at the time, to the best of my ability full-time. So I think I had 30 hot classes
at least
a week on schedule.
Aren't you tired?
I was not tired at the time.
Yeah.
But 30 classes, and I was I knew that as a teacher in the community, I was really, really well respected, but there's a ceiling financially, and I wanted to set myself up in a different way. And I I feel two separate sit-down coffee meetings with you because our good friend Robin loves to put people together, and she's like, you should work with Raina.
And she's the one that actually introduced me to lymphatic drainage in general.
So she was like, you should get together with Raina. So I contacted you, and I'm like, hey, I'm interested in doing something different. Do you have space for me? I'll literally do anything. And you were like, well,
I'm busy.
I'm good right now. And I was like, okay. And when you called me that day because she had quit on you, and you're like, what are you doing right now? And I was like, I am about to teach a hot class. And you said, if you come right after class, the job's yours, right? Just like you said. But I was like, I'm going to come wet. And you were like, I don't care.
Perfect, bitch. That's how we like it.
And that's literally how.
And she never left.
Never left.
No, she's been breastfeeding me since. No, but in all reality, though, we've really come together to create what we've created. It's been a lot of ups and downs, which a lot of people don't necessarily see.
Yeah.
A lot of hard manual work and labor, and we're continuously progressing. And now we have this whole another division of the fitness aspect of it. And I just feel it was just very much Serendipitous, for sure. That it was all just meant to be the way that it was meant to be. I mean, we both had been through divorces and separations and
single
momhood, yeah, for sure. So it was a really kind of fun time for us to combine forces. and help each other not only in like the the professional aspect, but like more so like the lifestyle, right? And to be able to survive having to figure out how to function again without like having your kids full time and like all these kind of like weird things that we went through.
Yeah.
So it's so much more than just like the work aspect of it, that we've come a long way and progressed through a lot of different things together. So I find that very interesting as well too. We're never stagnant, baby, just like your lymphatic system. Ups and downs. I don't know. Am I looking here? Where am I looking?
You did it with your guns because your cowboy hat?
I did.
Cute.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna tap into some of these questions. Because we were just talking about our stories, that's how I got into lymphatic work with you, but also my background
Yeah, I was
is...
going to say, tell them all about your background.
I was a professional dancer in my my first life. I've had so many lives since then. And as a professional dancer, your body is always what is being judged.
For sure.
So I had like yo-yo dieting and like not eating. And I remember I had a dance teacher when I was 15 tell me that I was too round. And at the time, at 15, I weighed like 100 pounds.
Yeah, because you're so small.
Yeah, I'm only 5 foot. And she said, the best thing for you to do is when you get hungry, have a Diet Coke and a cigarette.
Oh, boy. That sounds like my 20s, though. That's why we all have gut problems to this day.
I think it was probably, like late 80s, early 90s, because I'm that old.
Tracks.
Right? Yeah.
For sure.
So Diet Coke and a cigarette was my...
Man, that used to slap, though. I'll tell you what. If I could take back time a little bit and go back to not, like, die from a Diet Coke and a cigarette, I'd probably partake, like, once, for sure.
I mean, and now... Well, anyway.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. So that was, like, my first career was as a professional dancer and choreographer. And then I had a little dance studio for some time, and I had competitive dance teams. And so I not only ran the studio, taught the classes, cleaned the studio, made costumes, paid the payroll. I was like all of the hats, and I realized that took all of the joy and passion out of that for me. So I stopped
now you just do
doing
it for me instead.
Now I'm just your dance mom instead of everyone else's, which is fun. But that time in my life gave me so many tools that we use now.
For sure.
You know?
Absolutely. That's why I say it's so funny, because it all just kind of like perfectly lined up as to exactly all of your instruction.
Yeah.
She's our like head trainer for everybody new coming on, including different states. So she does all of the training aspect for like the hands-on therapy portion of it. And then obviously she's like heading our fitness division too, because she has so much background and confidence in that area.
Yeah, because from dance I jumped into yoga, fitness, wellness. And then I can't even tell you how many certifications I have and how many hours I have.
I've seen all the books, man. I was like, I'm tired just looking at these things.
Every yoga modality, bar, Pilates, boot camp, spin.
Crump. Wasn't it crumping? She was a crumper.
I was never a crumper.
I've seen you crump before.
I was
comfortable.
a dancer. I was a break dancer, actually, not crumping.
True. Okay.
So,
prove it.
Not right now. At a fitness class someday, for sure. But so then that led me to be like, okay, I'm going to get some massage certifications, and I got certified in Thai massage, which is one that you're probably the only one that now actually enjoys it. Mm-hmm. Because I don't do it.
She cracks me like a little light stick back to life, for sure.
And so all of those different things have led me to what I do now. And I think at the root of it is my why. So I'm going to ask you, before we get into any more questions, what is your why in terms of lymphatic wellness?
I think it's more so knowing that I was overweight growing up, very self-conscious, didn't necessarily have like any type of female in my life that was struggling with similar type of problems to be able to help me or to guide me. My mom was like 90 pounds, just naturally skinny, just like very unhealthy kind of lifestyle. Never really had to worry about her weight. So I felt like it was almost like kind of like shameful. And I don't think that they meant to make me feel like that in regards to like her and my dad or anything. They were more so just concerned for me. But it was like, it's sad, and I felt like very alone, and no doctors could really help me, and nobody could kind of like figure out like the why. Mm-hmm. So I basically figured it out all on my own, trial and error, and like searching the dark web, which is like Reddit, and basically just trying to figure out like what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
And I never really had anybody to talk to about it. I never really had a support system for it. So once I started getting into this field and working with other females, I noticed how many other people were struggling with very similar type of problems. And they felt the same way. They didn't have anybody to talk to about it in a safe space, you know, where it wasn't like somebody trying to order like thousands of dollars of labs or doing anything that would like monetize it, right? Like they just wanted the support system and somebody that was knowledgeable enough to kind of direct them as to how to figure it out on their own. So I think just guiding people is my why, and making females, like granted we help like all sexes, but I'm really like passionate towards females because I think it's so important that they have the ability to know that they can do a lot of things on their own.
Yeah.
And just teaching them to communicate with themselves and not be ashamed for things and like not try to hide issues that they're having and feel okay talking to other females about it and feel safe and supported and helped. So that's really my why. And that's why I think we hire the people that we hire.
Yeah.
I think that's why like the majority of the females that we do take on as our employees are like single moms. Like we all kind of like find each other, right?
Burnt out nurses.
Yeah, for sure. So it's just like, I think it's just helping and empowering females because I really didn't have anybody to do that for me. So I think just maybe it makes me feel good knowing that I can like pass it on to other people.
Side note, I just want to say that you are the queen of the dark web, and
really
it is one of my favorite things about you.
For sure. And lurking, I'm a lurker.
You are a lurker. But
like
you
the
also,
FBI.
you have this ability to research and put like new science, knowledge, biohacking, and everything. Your eyes just widened because you got excited.
Let me
about
tell
it.
you about gene therapy.
Yeah, because of the fact that you've done so much of the background check for yourself, you are so good at very quickly knowing what someone may need.
I really
right?
feel too like it's the witchiness, right?
Yeah, the intuition. Yeah.
So I'll have certain ailments come like through the past few years. I'll struggle with like histamine intolerance or maybe some type of like skin or eczema issue that like relates back to my diet and lifestyle. And I'll figure out on my own how to fix it, how to resolve it. And then I'm not even joking, like 2 weeks later, somebody will be on my table with that exact ailment that I'll like help them guide through. So I really feel like there's a push from God knows where, you know, to be able to direct people because I get those signs. And it's more so like I have to go through the struggles on my own to be able to make it like personal to me, to make me so committed to fixing it in order for me to pass it on to other people and kind of show them how to resolve it. So I think it's a little bit witchy.
Not just you, too. You test all kinds of things on me as
Hell
well,
yeah,
which
I
is
do.
fun. Because I'm always like, what do you want me to do? Okay.
Yeah, I like it. She's my little like, I was going to say guinea pig, but I don't like that word.
I mean, I am kind of your guinea pig. I'm the guinea pig
She's
size.
looking great. She lost 25 pounds recently. She got
did.
bangs. She looks 10 years younger. I'm like, okay, calm down. Trying to show me up.
The idea is to get into 50 looking as hot as possible.
You're there. You're getting
Close.
there. For sure.
I turned 49 this year, so
Yeah.
the 50 is around the corner.
For sure. Tell me your why.
So my why is I think that my dharma in life is always to teach things in an accessible and digestible way. The lymphatic system and all the things that I've literally learned from you have made me feel the closest to myself as I've ever felt. And sharing that with other people in a way that allows them to retain it and learn continuously from it is the most like satisfying thing for me.
For sure. It's just that next level of instruction, right? Where it takes it like outside of the gym space. And it's like, I tell people all the time too, we see these people on a monthly basis typically. I don't even see like my best friend, obviously other than you, like you don't see your normal friends typically with kids and husbands and things like that outside of a 30-day window. So like you're becoming so engulfed with these people.
Their lives.
And to be able to see it progress and to see them like take on the things that we're giving them and have it make such a positive impact, like nothing could be more satisfying.
I mean, and what's cool is we get to, you know, share their lives, like really their lives. Like I have clients that started coming to me when they were just doing industry work and now they're married and have gone through their wedding with them and now they've had babies
The honeymoon,
and gone to
the engagement. Like we see them for all these
babies and then it's really cool to see how not only their lives have changed but their bodies are changing and how to help guide them into feeling like the best versions of themselves and stay connected, and it's very
empowering.
Cool. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of like negativity in the female community. So us having the true and genuine heart of really just wanting to help the right people. Because some people, no, thank you.
Yeah, we get a lot of assholes.
We get a lot of assholes. But the right people, and again, those people fall off, you know, because we put their name in the freezer, but mostly because they're there for the wrong reasons and they're not going to maintain it because they're not doing the stuff that they're supposed to do at home. So the ones that are actually doing what we're telling them are the ones that progress and the ones that we build such good relationships with. So very satisfying.
For sure. I agree with that. Okay, so speaking of people in freezers, what do you think? What do you think has really brought your intuition and your witchiness like to the forefront during our work?
I think it has something to do with my hands.
Right.
And I don't know how to explain that. I just know when I put my hands on people's bodies, like something comes through for me. And sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, and I have to like take a few sessions to figure out what it is I'm trying to convey to them. Because I never want to like be confused as to what like whatever message is coming through. But I don't know how you feel it specifically, but when something is like blocked, whether it be energetically, physically, or like lymphatically, it's like hot to the touch for me on their bodies. So I'll feel it release when it like that sensation of the heat is no longer there. And I hear I hear voices, but I mean I really do. So when I'm working on people, I'll get like certain like downloads. I guess they're called. God, we're gonna get like taken off the internet for sure for this. But he's like, God bless
Listen,
us.
there's how many tarot readers and mediums are there on TikTok, and everybody's doing just fine.
For
You're
sure.
okay. Keep going.
But it's like something just like in my head will be like a supplement that they're supposed to take, and I'm like, okay, you're supposed to take this, and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know, man, just do it. Like whoever told me to like tell you that, so just try it. And then they'll come back to me and they'll be like, oh my God, it works so well. So, I mean, it's not with everybody. I've had things not necessarily like track the way that I thought. But again, I don't know if I'm connected to those people like I should be because, yeah, it's almost like they're not giving me like their true self. So sometimes I misread them. And again, like I'm not putting the responsibility on them. It's just sometimes it doesn't always translate. But like majority of the time, it really does. So, and it's more so just like, how many bodies do you think we've touched? I know I calculated it based off of our like customer like list, and it's not even like truly accurate. But I think I've touched not even just in sessions, but like individual bodies, like over 10,000 bodies. So it's like you become very in tune with like the anatomy and the energetics of the female body. And I think because we also work on ourselves so much, we're very in tune with ourselves. We can be in tune with other people.
And how it feels. Yeah, for sure.
You can't be in tune with other people if you're not in tune with yourself. So I think like the more work we do on ourselves, whether it be like mentally, physically, all those things too kind of translates, and it makes me progress to be able to read people better. Every time I work on somebody. So
you said that you feel the sensation of heat. For me, I get itchy. Like my hands get really, really itchy. And it's happened a couple of times where I have to like rub my hands together and kind of.
I'll see you in the hallway and you're like, it's itchy. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But it doesn't always happen. And I mean, I intuitively, because we've touched so many bodies, now you get to see like feel the difference from one person to the next and the similarities, right? So you can touch something and be like, that
something's
feels
off.
Yeah, that feels weird. Like, what is that about? I had a client recently that was on the bed, and as soon as I touched her, I said, do you have a cyst on your left ovary? And she was like, what?
See, that was one of my very first things too, was the ovary thing. It has something to do with like that connection.
You can just feel it.
Yeah, and she went to the doctor and she like called me 6 months later and she's like, girl. And I was like, the doctor said there's no way you would have even been able to tell. It wasn't big enough. He thought it was like bullshit. She's like, but you literally told me. And I was like, yeah, man, you feel it. Like energetically, something's off.
For sure, 100%.
I had one girl, I touched her and I was like, what the fuck? She had ribs taken out and she didn't tell me, and it was like squish. It was so gross. I was just like, absolutely not. Like, that's different, but for sure.
I mean, we'll get into some of the weirder things that we've come across down the way.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, for me, it was that. It was always like I felt itchy, something felt off.
The smell. When somebody has bad intentions, I smell cigarette smoke on them, even though they have not been near smoking.
You used to smell it all the time in the beginning.
In the old space. Something about the new space has really cleared that out, but I'm not there as often. So.
Maybe it's also that I sage that bitch on a regular basis.
Yeah, you do. She puts cinnamon in the doorway. What other weird shit do we?
I have a selenite stick on the top also.
That's true. Yeah.
Clears energy. Okay. Okay, so what sensations do you feel in the body to know that you are activating the lymphatic system properly?
So for me, and the way that I kind of created the entire protocol was trial and error on myself. and I try to explain this in the online community that we have where we teach people to manually manipulate themselves. It's the sensation of my sinuses draining down the back of my throat. And even when I try to explain that to people, sometimes they're like, what? Like, what is that sensation? I was like, what? Like, I know exactly what that sensation is. So I would kind of like feel around in my body and do certain things on myself at different pressures and speeds to figure out what caused me to feel that sensation.
Like that postnasal drip
Yeah,
almost
for sure.
is what it feels like, yeah.
So to this day now, whenever I have one of the girls work on me or we try to come up with anything new in regards to the fitness, lymphatic, and like things like that, I'll have it down on me and I'll be like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, right there. You know what I mean? Like I'll be able to tell because I can feel it within my body. What are your sensations? Like what's your typical?
I mean, same. Like I feel like as soon as I feel a certain level of pressure, I can feel things moving. I was just training somebody this week and she pressed really deep on the left side of like my lower intestine. And I was like, oh.
You're such a baby in that area, man. She is. For anybody, like I literally work on this bitch. I haven't recently, but I used to all the time. So sensitive, like a sensitive baby. And she goes and she just like messes everybody up.
I do. I'm strong. Well, okay, first of all, I'm also really perimenopausal, so that makes my body super sensitive.
That's true.
So whenever when she touched me in that corner and I felt how off it was, I was like, something is not right there, right? So after I was done training, I kept, doing it on myself, and I could feel whatever was blocked there, I could feel it kind of like traveling to the right place. So it's a combination of things, but I think that aside from the weird like witchy sensation, I could, and also when we touch people, we can hear things move.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me more satisfied than that noise.
Yeah,
Sometimes I get like seasick because it's like so like, bleh.
I remember at the very beginning when we first started working together, you were like, sometimes when I'm on vacation, I feel like I dream the sounds because I miss it. I haven't touched anybody.
For sure. When I was on maternity leave or whatever, I would have dreams about that, like the noises.
That's interesting. I wonder what that means.
I don't know. We'll have to interpret.
I don't interpret dreams.
Oh man, my husband is really deep into it. He's got like a memoir going.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, oh boy.
He dreams a lot though.
He does, yeah. Mine are like do. He's
also,
like,
we don't sleep enough to dream. Okay. So, what inspires you most about the lymph lifestyle?
It's a combination of all the things together. So the way that we came up with the combination of the exercise protocol specific for the lymphatic system, because I just felt like there was such a disservice in the fitness and wellness industry where people were just not tapping into that, was when I was pregnant, right? So I was pregnant at 40, mind you. I was terrified of gaining all the weight because I did gain so much weight with my first pregnancy.
He was a 10-pound baby also. We need to...
I mean, listen, I also ate like nothing but like fried chicken and gravy. So like I can't blame him for that. It was probably all me for sure. Took me a really long time to lose that weight. And I promised myself I would never feel like that again. So as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I'd gotten the tummy tuck. I thought I was done having kids. I know it sounds very like vain or whatever, but it was like really hard on me emotionally, physically to like come back from that. So I was terrified of gaining that weight back, terrified of losing myself again, postpartum, all the things that I kind of struggled with the first round. So we started to come up with just like simple kind of movement to be able to flush that pregnancy like heaviness, right, which is your lymphatic system, a lot of excess hormones and things like that. So I continue to do hot yoga every day, which I swear by. If you can make sure that you do like hot yoga prior to getting pregnant so your body is accustomed to it, like a life fucking hack. I can't even like express to people how important that was for me. I would wake up and I would feel gross and tired, like bleh, and then I would go sweat it all out and I would feel back to normal. So we just kind of like combined all these things.
You also
together.
got a lot of shit for that, so
I got a lot of shit for that, for sure. I was also doing handstands at like 9 months. Like,
but I mean,
well, sorry.
It's interesting. The reason that I brought that up is because people talk shit a lot.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And
it was gnarly, right?
It was.
You're going to cook your baby. Your baby's going to cook.
And what's interesting about that is that the person usually that's trolling or talking shit is never...
in good shape.
Any better. Right?
I will say, the one thing I will die on this hill for is pregnancy is not a fucking handicap.
No.
Like, you think back in the day, like, you sat down, you didn't pick up things. Like, no, man, you were, like, fucking chasing things. You got to feed this baby. You got to poop him out and get back to fucking work. And that's exactly what I did.
You've always been, like, well, since I've known you, the athleticism that you have is not something that you should ever, like, take away from you, right?
And again, it's, like, everything I did prior to. So you can't just, like, all of a sudden get pregnant and then, like, go try to do these crazy things. Like,
right.
It's the buildup of that. Like, the responsibility I took in my body prior to that allowed me to continue that during pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And honestly, because I got so much backlash, I didn't tell a lot of people about, like, the diet I was doing. I was scared. I was scared to tell anybody, like, what I was really doing because there was so much, like, criticism. And I didn't know. Like, intuitively, I knew that he was okay. And I felt him growing. And my doctor was even like, oh, my God, like, you're not gaining enough. Like, I don't like this. Like, you're not doing this right. Like, eat some candy. He would hand me, like, a Kit Kat every time I left. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
It's such bullshit because there has not been enough, like, advancements in women's health. And
there never will be because they won't test on us.
Yeah, and it's sad to say, like, you need to gain weight. And then I remember you coming in, like, in tears and being like...
I put rocks in my shoes, remember?
Yeah.
When they would weigh me, I would literally physically put rocks in my shoes because it was such a thing.
But when you would ask your doctor, like, is the baby gaining weight? And he was like, yeah, everything looks great. And then you asked, like, well, why do I have to gain weight?
Yeah.
They didn't have a scientific answer
for that
benefit.
He would say, you're not gaining the recommended amount. I said, okay, recommended by who? And he was like, and, like, literally had no response for me. So...
But women have had to advocate for themselves in pregnancy and, like, their even hormonal stuff. Like, I remember, like, in the very beginning when I was thinking that I was, like, in perimenopause, them telling me, like, you're too young. That's not the case. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they gaslight you, too, to tell you that you're not having the sensations that you're having, especially when you're in tune with your body. I would take, like, some type of, like, doctor would give me something. And I called them the next day. I'm like, hey, man, like, I'm having these side effects. They're like, there's no way you felt that. That's too early. And I'm like... I fucking felt it. I'm, like, physically feeling it. So I know the second that something is right for me, and I know the second that something is wrong for me.
Right.
And I felt the same way during the entire pregnancy. But again, like, I didn't know because I had never done it this way. And I didn't know anybody else that had done it this way. So once he came out, he was perfectly healthy. Beyond. I snapped back in, like, 3 days. He was, like, 20 pounds. And, like, 3 months later, like...
Fucking linebacker.
Yeah. Boy. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I was like, if I ever do it again, I'm going to be like, fuck you. Yeah. I'm going to do whatever I want because I know I'm okay.
Because now you've tested it.
Yeah. And I couldn't really before just because I couldn't confirm that it was, like, going to be okay.
But you for sure, like, stood firm and, like, no, like, I know myself. Mm-hmm. Like, I know what I'm feeling. I know that everything is fine. I know that what I'm doing is what's best. Yeah. You know, and that took a lot of fucking courage.
For sure. And if anything, it really taught me more about my body because at that point, I had been the leanest I've ever been. Remember when I was pregnant?
I told my husband, suck your baby in and I could still see your abs in class. It was fucking dope. Fun.
I told my husband, I was like, man, I feel like I got to have another baby because my body was just so much better when I was pregnant. But I was eating a lot more than I typically did. Mm-hmm. And that was the one thing that really taught me that, like, with my specific biochemistry and my blood type, the genetic mutations that I have that I've, like, researched really in depth now since the pregnancy, you have to eat more, but of the right things, and your body will lean out so much faster. Yeah. So if anything, like, that taught me that because everyone's like, oh, my God, like, you need to eat more. I'm like, my husband would tell the doctor, like, I don't think you understand. Like, I was concerned because you had me so concerned. I'm tracking what she's eating. He's like, I can't even fuck it. Like, I can't even believe the amount that she's eating. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, literally just burning right through me. So.
And then the naysayers would, like, just, you know, try to tear you down and troll and be dicks about it because of jealousy, essentially.
I think females just don't like it when something's done out of the norm or it's something that they would never do. So they kind of, like, the bad ones. I had a lot of, like, nice support too, thankfully. Yeah. But of course I would always, like, focus on the one. You know, I had one lady, she thought she was responding to somebody else on Instagram, like, because people would, like, send my pictures and she's like, oh, this is fucking disgusting, blah, blah, blah. And I, like, hit her back and I was like, I'm surprised you, like, I'm assuming you didn't mean to send this to me, right? And she was like, oh, my God, like, went on and was like, I'm so sorry. That was so fucked up. Like, I'm, like, reconsidering, like, the why I would even talk like this. You know what I mean? So we all just kind of
because you got caught.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, sometimes we just talk shit because we think nobody's going to find out. You know what I mean? But it's, like, real people on the other side of it. And, I mean, I was 40 years old and pregnant, like, for God's sakes. Like, give me a break, man. But I get it. Like, people are scared. You know, they're scared when something's out of the norm. And instead of, like, having an open mind, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to, like, fight it. You know, like, call us a witch. They're going to say, no, you can't do that. Let's burn her at the stake. You know what I mean? It's very similar.
Or even, like, all the bullshit that we or actually that you more so get online, like on the Instagram and
Your
stuff
implants,
about,
blah, blah, blah,
yeah, you have
blah.
filler, you have this, you have that, or even
Which I
like,
like to say, I really don't have any filler left, so I don't understand like that statement. Like they always say that I'm like full of filler, and I was
because
like,
you
"Oh."
got big lips and they just don't realize you've always had big lips.
But if anything, I'm always very, and you are too. We both
transparent.
are very transparent. So it would be different if I
Was hiding it and
was
still trying
hiding
to,
it. Yeah, so
like,
that's
pull
what
organic.
annoys me. And then even when the most recent like plastic surgery that I like documented and completely put out there in like full transparency, I had so many people be like, like I can't believe you would like put that out there, like you don't love yourself or your kids and blah blah blah. And I was like, what? Like what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
like somehow your choice of cosmetics, surgeries negates the lifelong mission that you have with lymphatic wellness.
Yeah, it's just
like it
very
doesn't go hand
confusing
in
to me.
hand in some way.
It's also like 2026, and I've always made very small like things because I don't want to look different. I just want to look slightly better. You know what I mean? If you go back and you look at who I used to be, I'm not like a completely different person. Small refinement is like my thing. But even the people that want to, like, fuck it, as long as it's not hurting you or anybody else, like, do it. You have one fucking life. Like, if you want to feel good in
you
your
had a fucking
body.
broken nose. You had a deviated septum.
Yeah.
Like how
I mean, I like to pretend like, oh, it's for breathing. I was like, no, man, I hated the way I looked on camera. Like,
Well,
I'm in full transparency. Like,
but also like there was still that
for sure.
that
I don't want to be
factor
like,
of
I
it.
got it done because I couldn't breathe. It's like, no, I couldn't breathe for like 20
Well,
years.
and even the fact that I have the intention of having like a mommy makeover, like before I turn 50, like I've done physically everything humanly possible to be in the best
Naturally.
shape of my life. Yeah, naturally. And I have extra skin and I have stretch marks and nothing's going to take that shit away.
For sure.
Absolutely nothing.
People like to say it's like a quick fix, right? Like, and I'm like, no,
It's
if
not.
you knew though, like I waited like 10 years before I got like, I think about things a really long time. It's never haphazard.
Same.
I do the research, you know what I mean? And none of it is like cheating in my opinion. It's just like making yourself feel better.
Well,
like,
and
who fucking cares?
especially because we've worked on so many post-op clients like over the years, like that's not a fucking easy thing to do.
Hell
So
no,
saying
man.
that it's like the easy way out, it's fucking bullshit.
And not only that, if you don't work on it and you don't do the lymphatic and you don't like work on your body outside of that, it doesn't maintain anyway. So it's not fake.
Yeah.
You're still maintaining it. You're just like adding to it. Like I love these people too. They're like, oh, you do all these things. I'm like, you're talking shit to me on a computer, driving a car, probably drinking out of plastic. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, what? How is that any different? Like, go live in a cave then if you're going to be like that, like primal about things, you know?
And they're not. They just want something to say.
For sure.
Like
yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had one thing to say to those trolls right now, what would you say? And look at the camera when you do it.
I mean, I don't even know at this point. Like, I should really, it's my thing. I have a story. Tell them the story.
There was a homeless man that was walking towards us in Newport, and
It spooked me.
he was clearly on some form of drugs, and she got scared of how close he was coming to us. And that's with
Made
the
the
sound and
weirdest
everything.
sound.
And I looked at her and I was like, what?
None of them. We don't even know where it came from.
What the fuck was that?
Now
and
she
now
can't
we
let me
do it
live
all
it
the
down,
time.
for
We
sure.
do it all the time.
So
It's great.
that's what I have to say to them.
Okay, and as it's deserved.
sure.
Agreed. I fucking think that that's the right thing to say to them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you look at your life 5 years down the line, what do you want your life to feel like?
So much more plastic surgery. No, I'm kidding. I would like to feel. My thing is I have this thing inside of me, and it drives you crazy. It drives my husband crazy.
It doesn't really drive me
No,
crazy.
you like it. You support it. It drives him crazy. Nothing is ever good enough for me. Like no matter what I accomplish, no matter like how much people are like, oh wow, you've progressed so much with like your business and blah blah blah. Like it's just never good enough. Like there's just something there that I haven't met, and I don't know what the hell it is. So I'm really hoping within that 5 years I understand and know what that calling is, so I can stop chasing whatever it is and feel a lot more like comfortable in like the present moment instead of always feeling like I'm like clawing towards something. But again, that's how I created this. Like I couldn't kill it if I wanted to. It was very like, what was the word you said? Synergistic? No.
Synergistic,
Whatever.
Serendipitous is the way that I said the word.
It was like meant to be. Like I remember at one point I was like tired and I was like going through a bad breakup with like this gross guy, and like all these things were kind of compounding, and I was like, you know what? Like fuck it. I'm just going to go back to real estate. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm just tapping out. And like literally that day something happened that just would not allow me to like let it quit, and then it just like progressed.
It happens like that often though, because I think that every time I've had to talk you off the ledge, like it has something to do with like just being overworked and overexhausted and getting pulled in so many different directions and wearing so many different hats, and something will happen, then you'll be like, this is all I want to fucking do in my life.
I'm back. Yeah, it's very confusing. But anyways, I hope that's done by 5 years from now.
I think if I had to, not that I'm a therapist, but you know,
she is mine.
Every Ask Robin comes with a therapy session, just so you know.
And a tarot reading.
No, but for real, like I think that the reason that, then this is me just talking out loud, I don't think I've ever told you this before. I think that the reason why you always feel like you have to continue chasing is because just like science, like there's always new adaptations and it's ever growing and it's ever changing, and you want to stay not only in it, you want to stay ahead of it. You want to be like innovative and a groundbreaker, because we have had so many instances where people have been like biting and, you know, copying, and they say it's like a form of flattery, but the fact that we continuously expand and grow into new things and see how everything changes and evolves, the evolution it's just like personal development. You don't stop.
Yeah.
You keep
we're always
growing.
working on ourselves and
you keep growing. And so that's probably why you're still always chasing the next thing.
There's something though. It's just like there's some task that, remember, like the online platform, this is it. This is going to make me feel the way that I'm going to feel like when it's completed.
Yeah.
And then it happens and I don't feel that. I'm like, oh, fuck. And it's like this internal energy that I have of like a fire inside of me that's telling me that like you haven't done it yet. So I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe
or what it will be.
all these things are like lining you up to, you know, have the right tools for when that thing does land in your lap. You know what I mean?
But I would like to feel more content in that and be okay. And what I've created, and not always like live more in the present, I guess the word would be, do a better job of being more involved in the moment with my kids, for sure, because my 17-year-old is going to go to college next year. He's 17. He'll be 18 next year. So knowing that he's going away is like terrifying to me, and that it's like basically over. And so now I have the 2-year-old, and I'm like, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be a lot more cognizant to spend time with him and to slow it down. And then just like, you know, you have fucking grown-ass kids. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, no matter what I try or do, like, I'm still so wrapped up into work and stuff that I don't think that I'm necessarily like putting as much emphasis of like slowing down and taking it all in with him. So I would really hope that at that point when he's a little bit older that I'm really cognizant of that and I can be a lot more involved, you know, because my husband's had to take on a lot of the like grunt work when it comes to that, just because I'm traveling so much and doing all these things. And
well, I mean, being on the other end of motherhood, with mine being 23 and 19, like now hindsight's 2020, right? And I look back and I'm like, fuck, I miss when I would make their lunches and, you know, make their costumes and, you know.
Thankfully now you have Bobo.
I know.
She came over to pick me, or I like to drive her here, and he lays on the couch and he goes, tickles, TT. And she, of course, like holds him like a baby. I'm like, oh boy.
He's my baby.
He's going to have a real like hard issue finding some type of girlfriend later on in life, because he's just got like a Cuban TT to be able to like service all of his needs.
His Cuban TT also rubbed him. Like,
that's true. I feel like that's why they have like a really good bond, for sure.
We're so tight. He's my baby.
What about you? What's your 5-year plan?
Well,
better not be going anywhere, bitch.
Clearly not. You'd fucking chase me somehow.
For sure.
I want to get into obviously the best shape of my life, like physically, mentally, spiritually.
Which I feel like you are. You've progressed so much.
I'm heading towards it. Heading towards it, but I'm not 100% there yet. Like, I would love to have. Aside from you being my partner, I'd love to have like an actual partner that I sleep with. Yes. That would be great.
If there's any very large, tattooed, bearded men that aren't assholes.
Yeah. A Viking of a man that has emotional intelligence. That would be great.
Yeah.
So that I would like my life to feel fulfilled. Like with our work, I think I do feel a lot of that fulfillment. But balanced.
Yeah, for sure. You deserve that. You've been through some shit, man. You know? And this woman like but you put like your heart and soul into everything.
Yeah.
And we talk about it all the time. I really feel like you go through what you've gone through over the past few years because the universe just wants you to teach like how strong you are independently because you give yourself to so many other people.
Yeah.
I think it's just removing people from you so that you can focus on yourself, because I don't think that you would put yourself first otherwise.
No.
So, yeah.
No, I mean, I know that I'm naturally like a giver, but I have been, and it started with this whole like getting to know myself and my body and the lymphatic system and the work that we've done, and all of that has really grown me to have that intuitive, like, what do I need in the moment, because I never paid attention to that before. So
Yeah, you put everybody before yourself.
But no.
She still kind of does it though too, but you're getting better at it for sure.
from time to, I mean, for my select few.
For sure.
For my select few. For the rest, I mean, I've definitely started to learn the word boundary and like act on it, which is
Just not with me.
no, I don't have boundaries with you. Clearly, I don't have boundaries with you.
Clearly.
We should talk about
yeah.
the trip in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Should we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's tell him. So I brought her along with me to this poor man who's like monitoring our podcast. So sorry. He's a male. Close your ears, okay? So I'm like up and down from after having the baby. I didn't have my period for like multiple years. And then it decided like to come back with a vengeance, like right before my surgery. So I was like, cool, awesome. Like bleeding profusely, right? So they take me into surgery.
Also, I was in Mexico with her to not only take care of her, but to be her translator, because I speak Spanish.
She did. She like definitely almost fought like one lady for sure at one
did.
point, because she like slammed my head back and she's like blah 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 in Spanish, like.
And then
Chinga
when
tu
she
madre,
realized,
or whatever,
I didn't say
whatever
chinga
you guys
tu
say.
madre. I didn't say that.
So either way, bleeding, right? So I'm completely unconscious for like how many hours? It had to be at least like 16 hours. They gave me morphine. Like, you get a facelift in Mexico. Nobody tells you what they give you. I was like, what is that? She's like, oh, it's morphine. And I was like, I didn't want morphine. And then I was like, well, fuck it. If you gave it to me, like, I'm going to do it for 24 hours. Like, YOLO.
Wow.
Best 24 hours of my life, I will say. Like, I haven't slept that long in my entire life.
It was
I
fucking
fasted.
terrifying for me. I just want you to know that.
And very boring, because it was basically,
No, I mean,
like
I
a
was
mental
in a
institution, it looked like.
tiny ass room like the size of this room.
It was
and
a
you were
closet. It was terrifying.
in a bed looking like a full fucking mummy.
Yeah.
With a tube down your throat and everything.
They left the tube in for so long.
They
right?
did. And it was dark in the room, and I was watching something on Netflix, and unbeknownst to me, this bitch just decided to sit up like a full fucking mummy. Like, and yeah, it was kind of scary.
The lady came and like slammed my head down, and she was
did.
like,
And then I yelled at her in Spanish. But
back to the story.
Yeah.
So I wake up finally, like after God knows how long, and I'm like, wait a minute. I've had a tampon in for like 24 hours. It felt like it wasn't that long, but I was like, oh my God. And of course, like, I'm sedated. I can't move my body at this point. So Heidi had to like physically remove the tampon for me.
I did. This is friendship on another
And
level.
she looked at me and she's like, I swear to fucking God, if I have to do like this, anything like this for you again. And I was just like, Zoe, thank you.
Yeah.
But that's how close we are. So
Yeah.
what's your 5-year plan? Not to do that ever again, probably.
Well.
Next.
Fuck. Okay.
Probably going to cut that out.
Like, why would they? That's a fucking great story.
For sure.
It's the truth. Do you want to do the rapid fire?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, how much time do we have? How long have we been going? Look at us. We're just yappers.
We've been rolling for like 42 minutes.
Okay.
What do you think? When do the people usually cut it off? Like 60-minute mark? Or what do you
Around
say?
there.
How we doing? You liking
That's
it?
good. I like it.
You do?
Laughing back.
He's like, nobody else will, but I
He
do.
was. He's laughing
Not
back
bad for
there.
our first time, right? I feel like we're doing
Yeah,
all right.
you guys are doing really well.
We're naturals.
Okay, good.
Okay. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Please never do that again. Fucking weirdo. Okay.
We're never invited back for sure.
Rapid fire. So
Okay.
I'm just going to say 2 things, and you tell me what you prefer.
Okay.
Okay? Sauna or cold plunge?
Oh, fuck a cold plunge, man. I'm a lizard. So sauna, 100%. Cold plunge is also not great for like female hormones, in my opinion.
I mean,
So
you
for
say
like,
that, but I fucking like it.
you said it for like 13 minutes the other day.
Not the other day, but yeah, I
was
did
like,
do
you're gonna
13
die.
minutes. I had just competitive. It's a competitive
Yeah, but
thing
it's
for me.
like you're gonna die. Like,
But it's a
that's
mind
not
over
even
matter.
necessary.
You say that, but people
How
go
did you
into rooms that are 112 with like
That's me.
50% humidity, and some people will think, "How do you do that? You're gonna die," and you don't die.
That's true.
So it's not so much about the
Fair enough.
physical sensation for me, but more about the "but did you die?"
Yeah, it does get you super like naturally high, which
Yeah,
I very
and
much.
I never died. And
Because
I
I'm a
did the
crackhead
13
on the
minutes.
inside. I love that feeling.
I actually fucking like that. It's the adrenaline.
You like that better
right?
than the heat, though?
No, I like heat better.
Okay.
I like heat butter, but I also do enjoy like the mind over matter thing. With
Yeah,
that.
you made me go to that one place. And you're like, yeah, let me pressing the button. I was like, what? As soon as my nipples got in, I was like, I'm out, man. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I have that on video as well.
It's true. And the hands. Like,
You want
whenever
to talk
get your
about being a
hands in-
baby?
I am a baby. That's the only thing that I am a fucking baby about. Is that
cold.
Is cold, 100%. And like when you brush my hair, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you are a real
I'm
fucking
so
tender-headed bitch.
Like, absolutely not,
Take it from your dance mom.
for sure.
Okay, so we did that. Coffee or tea?
Who fucks with tea?
A lot of people fuck with tea.
Absolutely not.
Not me,
Coffee.
but a lot of people fuck. Okay, coffee.
Like, I butt chug it for sure. That's my one vice. Actually, it's my two vices.
Did you say butt chug?
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
actually butt chugged it before.
Yes, people do coffee enemas.
Yeah,
I
did it
know,
once.
but I've never fucking heard butt chug as a term. Go
Fun
ahead.
story though. Like I didn't realize that you're supposed to use like a specific brand of coffee that's like specifically for your butthole.
You brewed some Nescafe
I just did
and
like
put
straight
it
like fucking like Sprouts breakfast.
blend
blend.
up your asshole.
I was cracked out and not in a good way.
That's
I was
sad.
like, remember I came into work and I was like working on people. I was like, absolutely not. I'll never do that again. But yeah, I have butt chugged it. 1 out of 5 stars. Would not recommend.
But coffee over tea.
100%.
We're going to get back
Don't
to the
butt chug
fucking
tea.
rapid fire. Apparently, rapid fire does not really mean rapid fire for
It
us.
does not.
Okay. Early morning or late nights?
Early mornings for sure.
Early
I mean,
mornings.
but I did that like translate. So I'll have clients that are in the service industry, and they'll text me at 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh hey. They're like, what? You're still up? And I was like, no, bitch, I just woke up. I'm up
Yeah.
for sure.
I am also early morning.
Perimenopause. That'll do it to you
I am also early morning.
for sure. I always have been though. I've always been a morning person, not a night person.
Um,
Except for when I was like 20 and I did a lot of drugs, and I definitely was a night person then. Just like, bleh, bleh.
Sometimes. I'm going to take a breath. I can't even remember the next two because
You didn't used to. You
you
weren't a
fucking
partier,
distract
were you?
me. What?
You weren't a partier, huh? Man, I was such a partier back in the day.
I
It was
mean, I never
wild.
snorted cocaine, but I partied a little.
I snorted a lot of cocaine. That's why I have gut issues in my 40s for sure.
I didn't
was
do
like,
any of
man, the things that I used to do to myself, like, no wonder. Like, God bless.
Okay, let's get back to rapid fire. Mountains or beach? You're a fucking hippie. You like
I'm a
both.
hippie, but I like both. Yeah, as long as I can like put my bare feet in either setting. Beach probably I like a little bit more.
I like beach more.
Yeah, just because it's like less rugged for sure. But I like the silence and quiet of the mountain.
Okay.
What about you? Mountain,
Beach.
beach.
No, man. Do you see me with that? The only thing I would like in the mountains is like a lumberjack.
That's true. She would like a lumberjack.
But no,
Okay.
beach. Grounding or meditating?
Meditate. I mean, I don't meditate, so we're gonna say grounding for sure.
I know you like to ground. You fucking
Do you
walk
still do
around
your
with
weird 2-minute meditation?
It's
every
fucking
morning?
3 minutes, but yes, I do it. I do it daily.
It's so awkward. I tell people this all the time. Like whenever we travel anywhere together, she's like, I'm going to meditate. And like literally is like has her shoulder like sitting next to me and just like closes her eyes and meditates next to me. And I'm like, what? Go into the
You gotta be able to
go
fucking
into a
meditate anywhere.
room.
No, why?
But it's like
why?
for 3 minutes and then she's like, okay, I'm done. I was like,
First of all, I
don't think
never
that's
sit like
meditation.
a fucking corpse. I sit still, but I
and she
close
does like
my eyes
weird
and I
French
breathe.
afterwards too. So I'm just like, ugh. Expansion.
Oh my god. You have a lot of embarrassing videos of me
That's
during
true.
our
yeah.
expansion.
Speaking of, I think instead of rapid fire, we should tell our most embarrassing stories outside of a client and with a client.
Like something that happened to us while we were working, so
With
outside
a
of
client.
like ourselves.
Yeah. And then also with a client. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You go first. You want me to
Thanks.
go first?
No, it's fine. I'll fucking go. Most embarrassing thing with a client. I had a client who is in a particular industry
Yeah.
that gives no fucks, right?
She don't give a fuck.
And I was taking her into the prep room, and next thing you know, she asked me she's like, do you have a trash can? And I was like, yeah, of course. And I grabbed the trash can and I like pointed it in her direction, and she pulled a tampon
And just like,
and yeah,
imagine. Is this the same one that gave us like
$200 and wet ones.
in wet ones?
Yeah, same one.
And we're both like, why is it wet? And she's like, I don't know. I was like,
So that would be other oriented. And for
Okay.
me, I guess the most embarrassing thing that's happened with a client happened recently.
is this a snake thing?
Yeah.
It's not even embarrassing. Tell
What
it.
the fuck?
Tell it.
I was.
She thought it was hilarious, and I was like, what?
You thought it was funny too. Don't fuck around.
Okay. So,
I was rubbing my client, and I looked on the floor, and I literally jumped and like gasped because I thought there was a snake on the floor, and it was,
her tumbleweave.
it was just one of my extensions had fallen out on the floor.
That's great. Did I ever tell you the story about like the lint in the belly button and I smacked her belly because I thought it was a spider?
Yes.
Okay, so
Is that your most embarrassing?
I mean, for like on there. No, I have so many. There's so many
Okay,
of them.
hit it.
Well, I guess my first one. So when I first started, I'm still awkward. I didn't quite realize when I started this that I would have to like small talk with people all day, which I was never great at that in the first place. Like,
You've come a long way.
I really have. I think I did real estate because I could like put people in a separate car and I'd always be like, oh, sorry, like my car's too like small. I can't get in my car because I like didn't want to fucking talk to people, right? For like extended periods of time. So I could start working on people and I realized like, oh my God, they're not like quiet. They want to talk this entire time. So now I have to come up with like things to talk to people about. So either way, I was working on this lady's face in the very beginning and blah, blah, blah. She was weird. She didn't want to talk to me. So I was like, okay, great. But I was still like felt the need to communicate for some reason. And I did it. And my finger like slipped inside of her ear. Like very like sensually, right? Where I was like, oh, that was weird. And then she like opened her eyes and looked at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, sorry, it's been a while. And she was like, what? I was like, I was just inside of you. And she was like, what? And I was like, what? And then I was like, please leave and don't ever come back. And she never came back. So that's probably the most embarrassing. But
Wait a minute.
I never told you this?
No.
Oh, yeah, man.
You told her I slipped inside of you?
No, I said, and then I was like, it's been a while. Because I was like, what else am I going to say? Like, it's so awkward. Because she was like, not even like laughing. So I was like, oh boy. I was going to be like, what?
Oh, that's fucking great, actually.
Yeah. And then I was like, it's so weird. I was just inside of you. And she was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, like, please leave. And then it just kept getting worse. So,
Okay.
And number two, I had a client that when I first started, you could just tell like the hygiene wasn't like 100, you know, I'm like, whatever. It was like during COVID times too, 2020, it was like weird vibes. And I was working on her and all of a sudden like I saw this thing like scamper across her belly and I was like, it's a fucking spider, right? It was like this big and it like scampered, so smacked it. It was belly button lint. And I had to like pick it up and show it to her, like, sorry. But it was like this big and I was like, do people really get belly button lint that big? That's
I mean, I've never come across that. That's kind of gross.
Yeah. That's it. I got lots more. But
What was so the most embarrassing to you was when you slipped your finger in her ear, and then the most embarrassing to the other client was the
belly
lint.
button?
Okay,
For sure.
I think we covered it.
What was your else? Oh, it was the,
I did.
the snake. So I feel like that's lame. I feel like you come up
Dude,
with
I
something better.
gasped. Like I literally jumped back and had my hands off her. I was like, that's. It was just my hair.
I love it.
That was embarrassing.
Okay. Well then, okay, now let's do maybe your most satisfying transformation with a client. Like who has given you the most joy when it comes to like progression in their body over an extended period of time?
That's a good one. Mm-hmm. I want to say one of my favorite bodies that I still currently work on came to me 11 days post-op, and now she's my realtor.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's good people.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
She's great.
She was, you know, it was 11 days post-op. She had her
Tummy tuck. She did like the full.
She did a 360.
Thing. Looks
yeah,
great too.
And it was like intense, right? And she flew back from New York because she had it done there, and she came in feeling like off and vulnerable and like emotional, and it was like, and now we're like friends.
For sure.
And I love working on her body because she works out so hard and does all the right things, and she's like one of those human beings that is like, she's like a delight to talk to and to like share with, and
she's great.
Yeah,
I've known her a long time too.
Yeah,
I love her.
She loves you too.
This week in Newport, I had this girl come to me and she was prepping for her wedding. Mm-hmm. She originally started coming to me maybe early December. Kind of took note of everything that I kind of like tell people about the diet, the exercise, like did everything at home. Mm-hmm. Obviously, like I'm not taking full credibility because she did a lot of other stuff. But like the progression to see her was like amazing. And not yesterday, 2 days ago was like her last session before she flew to go to her wedding.
Nice.
And she was just like, I feel so confident. I'm so happy. You know what I mean? Like, and you could just see it. Like, she felt so much better. And I just know that she's going to feel so comfortable in those pictures. And then I was like scrolling to send her before and afters. And I happened to like scroll back and you could see like the first pictures that we had taken.
Yeah.
And it was like remarkable, the difference between the body, like
That's
completely
amazing.
different bodies. And at that time, like the pictures I pulled from was December 29th and then to yesterday. So really not that long of a time, but like the progression, the skin tone, like you could just see so much more muscle definition. You just look so much healthier in the pictures. That was very satisfying to me to see like that it's not a quick fix, like a lot of people say that it is. And that these people do typically, if they're doing what they're doing at home, it continues to get better and better, and your body starts to work better and better on its own, which is kind of our job. You know, I always tell people all the time, like the end goal is to see us less, because it's just it's a disservice to you from us if we try to work on you too often.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see you less because I know that your body is now functioning the way that it was properly designed to do. Like, we didn't create the lymphatic system. Like, that's inside of you. It should be operating properly, so it's our job to get you there.
And there
this
are a
was the
lot of
perfect
places
progression.
that will work on them like weekly or whatever.
I mean, I
because
get it. Like,
it's-
everybody's got their thing, and if people have like surgeries or autoimmune issues, that's like a different type of like situation. But the majority of things, a lot of these other lymphatic places, which you and I talk about all the time, and I think that's something we wanted to discuss next, is how it's become so popular all of a sudden, and that everybody is now a lymphatic drainage expert.
Right.
Which I appreciate the fact that there is a lot more knowledge, because when I first started, everybody was like, "What? What is that?" Like, I would have doctors come to me and not quite understand like what it was and like what I was doing, and I would have to explain it to them, and they're like, "Oh, is that how that works?" And I was like, "The fuck? Like, you're the doctor." Like, they didn't even know. So it's progressed so much knowledge-wise, but there's also a blessing and a curse, because a lot of it is misinformation, in my opinion. So I have a lot of girls come to me, and I'm sure it's the same to you, where they're like, "Oh my God, nobody's ever touched my armpits." And I was like, bitch, if somebody's doing lymphatic on you and they don't touch your fucking armpits, they
I
don't
got
know
one
what they're doing.
done in Ibiza,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and she didn't touch my armpits.
Which
and I
is
was like,
shocking, because usually outside of the country, they're usually pretty knowledgeable and like a lot more
she
into
just put me in a compression suit for like 30 minutes,
That's
which
weird.
it felt nice.
little sausage casing.
Yeah. Why you like to always relate me to sausages? Like, I'm small. You need to not do that.
It's not the one time I like said I was gonna rub her arm and we were doing training. I was like, take the arm, like a sausage.
You could have
And she
said
was, like,
fucking
so
toothpaste. Why
offended.
you gotta call me fucking
I don't know, sausage like tracks better in my head.
Vienna sausages? No.
How do you feel about like the progression of like every TikTok influencer right now is like an expert when it comes to the lymphatic system?
I think I feel similar to you, that on one account, like, it's nice that people are now aware and it's becoming more mainstream, and so people are wanting to take care of their lymphatic health, and eventually they seek, the proper fit for them. But on the other hand, I'm just like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
For sure.
Next.
Well, my thing too, it's just like I don't like when things get like trendy, I guess, because it becomes kind of like cheesy in my opinion,
Cheesy as hell.
Cheesy as hell. It's just like, ugh, bleh. Like I don't know if it's just because I constantly am searching for lymphatic things, but my For You page is just like lymphatic everything.
Mine is
And
too.
it's
That and hot
annoying.
guys.
Oh my God, we looked on. You should show the camera.
No.
Her fucking For You page. We showed my mother-in-law the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God."
I don't know how that happened.
I know exactly how that happened. It's nothing but like men. Like whoa, it's crazy. Remember we looked at mine and it was just like weird surgeries and sweet potatoes. I was like, wow, if that doesn't like track, I don't know what does, for sure. But
I agree with that,
yeah.
what you're saying.
And it's just like, it just kind of gives me the ick, I guess. Because then I feel like it kind of dilutes what we do. And I've like, the thing that fucking irks me is like, I have a few girls that will like literally copy everything that we do online, right? Like they will cut and paste my actual caption, use the same audio, not even like try to change it to be any different, and just like throw it out there like it's their own. And like nothing makes me more mad than that, because I take so much time and effort to put those things together that people just think that they can like steal it and then like say that they have the same knowledge base as us after like we've been knee deep into people's like fucking armpits for like 10 years now. You know what I mean? It's like hard earned like fucking
I mean,
Street
I think
smarts versus book smarts. Man,
I
we
always
got it.
tell you too that like their results very much
Show the
depict
proof.
that they are not the creators, right?
sure.
Like you can
The proof
you can
is in the
try.
pudding.
Yeah, every single time. I have clients that have come to me and been like, I've gotten them done in New York and I've gotten them done in LA and da 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 da. And like I've
not the
even
same.
had celebrity clients that have told me like this is the best lymphatic I've ever had.
For sure.
You know?
And it's
So-
different too. Like we got, did you see the email that came through the other day?
No.
Because we play our music loud. It's definitely not like the typical spa setting or whatever. So somebody can play and like, oh my God, it's like so loud in there. And I was like, yeah, man, like we're literally like clapping cheeks back there. Like what are we supposed to do? Like have
Yeah.
spa music? Like no, like we're doing weird shit. We're talking about your ex-husband. We're like having fun.
And
you know?
also, it's like for us, it's part of our culture because we work rhythmically.
Yeah, well, you
Like-
and I do. A lot of other people don't. But yes, so we had an email come through, and it was basically like, "Hey, I was reading your reviews, and I'm just curious as to like if you resolved that issue." And my husband wrote back this thing, like, I want to like post it because it's like the most like great response to anything. It's like, no, like this is who we are. Like, unfortunately, we never like say that we're anything other than this. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a typical like normal spa setting. We are who we are because we're this fucking brand, and like nobody can ever fucking copy that. No matter how hard they try, it'll never translate. They can do the rap, they can steal all of our moves, they can steal all of our social media, but this like magic is like within us. So
sure.
I'm very proud of that, and I feel like that's what sets us differently than most people. So it's like no matter how many times you're going to see it on TikTok and people just like saying the same shit, I'm hoping that people can sense that we're different.
Our vibe is ours,
Yeah,
for sure.
and it's like it's authentic too. It's
And
not
it's
bullshit.
to be experienced also.
Yeah,
Like you
in
gotta
person.
definitely show up and feel energetically how different it is.
For sure.
You know, our office manager changed the playlist one day, and there was like it was a little rough around the edges, and she was like, "I'm so sorry," and I said,
Love it.
I said, yo, leave it. It's fucking dope. And we have middle fingers, like, literally everywhere
Seriously.
around our place.
That's why I'm so
Like,
shocked. I'm like half naked on the internet, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you think this was like a fucking like the Four Seasons? Like what? I'm like,
Yeah.
bleh, with like disco balls. Like what?
True.
I've done this so many times in this. I don't know why. It's so weird. You get a camera on me, and I'm just like instantly like, bleh.
Again, but it's who you are.
Exactly.
Like,
Health
even,
and wellness.
it's fine. I mean, it's true. I think
It's the,
that
the
authenticity.
authenticity. For,
Yeah.
I think you can like hopefully
feel it.
feel it for sure. Even people that haven't been able to like experience this in person, I hope that it translates the way that it's supposed to, the way that I'm hoping it does.
Yeah.
But I think it's just more so like our people will find us, and I need to do a better job of not caring about like the Karens or whatever that have decided that they don't like us. Yeah.
For sure. Do you want to talk a little bit about our fitness
Yeah.
stuff and why we
Take
do
it away, baby.
So we have put together under the umbrella of our lymph style what we call lymph addicts. And what it is different modalities of and platforms of fitness stylizations that is really focused primarily on the lymphatic system. It's still complete workouts, complete yoga,
Fun.
yeah, all of the things, but the programming around it, the sequencing around it, and all of it has everything to do with your lymphatic system. So we've found a bunch of really cool, innovative ways to make your lymphatic system really drain itself through manual manipulation, vibration, and
Breath
then
work.
and all during a workout, because we, as very busy women, love to find the most effective way through things.
Habit stack, baby. I like it.
Yeah. So we've also done a bunch of like events and pop-ups recently, right? That has been, we're growing the brand of Lymphatics and getting out there a bit more. What is your favorite thing about doing these events and having our fitness platform?
Tell you what, remember how we talked before where they're like, I'm always searching for a sensation or a feeling to feel like satisfaction? When we get into our small groups with our people and we do our modalities and the energy like fucking slaps and it's perfect and we're sweaty and the music is great and everybody's on beat with us, like there is nothing that makes me more excited than that. Like nothing makes me feel more alive than that,
Yeah.
So the fitness thing is just like such a thing. Like I don't, nowhere do I feel more alive than when
Yeah.
I'm working out like that. And we've come up with a way to make it fun. And her and I have both, like, I've been, like, yes, she was instructing for so long, but I've taken every fucking class out there. And I know exactly what I like and I know exactly what I don't like. And thankfully, her and I both have very similar tastes. So I think we were removed a lot of bullshit. And I think it's, like, very condensed down to, like, efficiency and fun and effectiveness. And I don't think that there's anything else out there on the market like it. Mm-hmm. So my goal is over the next like year at least is to really build and maintain that. We have the platform and we have like the community base where we do like a lot of interaction and stuff, but we're kind of like transitioning away from like that specifically, where I want it to be very fitness based because I came up with like 14 different things in my garage this morning of different things that I want to try and do when it comes to the combination of doing the vibration with the muscle contraction and all these things and like the science behind it. So I think me and her are really going to start to like double down on the fitness part of it and just having fun every day and getting back into that like mindset, because nothing makes me feel better than when you and I get into that flow state. And it's like fucking magic. I feel like even when we do our events and stuff, I feel like people can really feel that and sense that. It's like who we are and it's what we live on a daily basis and authenticity, right? And it's like how we've built this brand, how we've built our bodies, how we've built our life around. And it's just very important to me, the fitness part of it. Yeah. I'm like very like, I don't want to say disconnected to the massage portion because it's like I've been doing
it for so long and it's work.
Yeah, it's work. And then like the fitness part to me is not work at the moment. It's definitely like the fun part.
Nothing brings me more like to myself than when you put a headset on me and allow me to shake my ass in front of people.
This girl, she can like fucking, I came home to my husband the other day when we did the last event. I was like, man, I don't know anybody that can like think on their toes like this bitch. Like when it comes to that, I was like, what? Like I'm not like a public speaker. Like I have like she's been training me to be better at like vocalizing during the workouts and stuff. I'm like, man, you're the thing. I'm the fucking vibes of like I'm here doing the movements or whatever. But like nobody's can instruct as good as she does for sure. She's got so many years of experience, and you could just tell that it just like comes right out.
I mean, that's when you were talking about flow state, like literally that's what puts me in flow state.
For
like
sure.
I love the energy of a big crowd.
You do.
Like I really do.
You really do.
I thrive.
Nobody shakes that booty more too. She's
It's
round.
my favorite.
Fuck you, teacher.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna show you round. You see all those
People
things
pay for my ass.
Yeah. You see all those TikToks where it's like, oh, I'm going to call my teacher and tell him, like, haha, I really did get paid to talk a lot now.
It's true.
I'm a yapper. You're the yapper. I'm the flapper.
So I'll tell you a funny story. When I was in high school, I had this teacher that loved to play music while people were writing their essays.
Okay.
And my
ADHD.
Yeah, I couldn't.
The tism. We got a little bit of the tism. For
a
sure.
lot of the tism.
Undiagnosed, but
we're
definitely on the spectrum for sure.
But she would like play music, and ever since I was young, like for me, music related to dance, and like my brain would stop and like go into choreographical mode or whatever always, and so I like would envision that, and I could not fucking focus and write an essay. So she. When I told her about like the struggles that I was having trying to do this, she would put my desk outside.
Oh, that's nice. She's going to put baby in the corner.
Yeah, she would put my desk outside and let me write my essays outside.
In the silence?
In the silence.
Okay, that's nice.
That's why I need to do that sometimes.
For sure. She gets those glasses on. It's business. It's serious fucking business.
Anyway, let's close up. What do you say?
Close it out.
Why don't we close out with, as a busy mom and a business owner and managing all of your self-care routines and all of the different things that you have going on, the hats you're wearing, business, entrepreneurship.
How many times this?
I don't know, dude. At least, anyway.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What is your absolute favorite self-care thing?
Sauna. For sure.
Your favorite?
Absolutely. I love the sauna, like to sweat that out. And it's because I have those genetic mutations that don't allow me to like detox things properly. I'll go in and I'll feel like shit. And man, I just like, but I bring my phone in there, which my phone is like destroyed. But I do a lot of my like creative working in the sauna in the mornings, like really early in the morning. So maybe that's like the combination of the two where I'm kind of like purging out all that energy, detoxing, and then also
Fun fact,
like,
we have had meetings in saunas.
We have,
Just
yes.
the two of us in one sauna.
In one sauna.
It's true.
It's happened a lot. Actually, it happened like a few days ago. But we like physically have no time. Like, when are we supposed to do these things?
No, I mean, I like it.
Yeah. What's
I
yours?
think that my favorite thing would have to be like a lymph workout.
Well, yeah, the workout portion too. I'm just thinking like in addition to that. It's the combination, right? Like the fact that we can sweat, we can manual manipulate, we can use the vibration. I'm so into fucking vibration right now. Embarrassing story. My child came out, so my mother-in-law is in town, right? I have two I have an even better embarrassing story I forgot about.
And they all
pee
have to
thing.
do with vibrators.
They do. So my child comes out of the room, like, mind you, we're making vibrational equipment, okay? So I have, like, been testing different speeds and
Prototypes.
sizes.
Let's just clear the air.
It's professional, okay? But, like, literally,
Prototypes.
like, there's just vibrators, like, that's exactly why I keep doing it, for sure.
Again.
They're everywhere. So my mother-in-law is in town watching the baby, and the baby comes out with, like, ooh, like, different ones. Like, and they're, like, ooh, like, shaking. And she was like, what? And I was like, it's work. It's fine.
It's work.
And she was like, oh, this is the same poor woman that, like, remember, like, when I was putting...
Found all of your pee.
Yeah. I have to segue into this. So when I was pregnant, I was getting oral dermatitis, and I was getting... What the hell is happening here? I had skin issues when I was pregnant, so I was putting pee on my face because somebody had told me that it helps heal it, which it does, 100%. But then I was also using Vagisil. What was it? Like the... what's it called?
Yeah.
The yeast infection stuff, because
cream.
they said, like, somebody had told me maybe it is fungal, and to try to put that on my face every single night. So, like, I had bought, like, so many of them, and, like, I would just go through them like crazy. So if anybody knows anything about me, like, when you go to my house, it's a museum, right? Like, you can't sit on the couch. Like, my kids are like, I can't let anybody know that we, like, physically sit here, right? But you open a drawer, and, like, everything
or a cabinet.
falls out. Yeah. I'm a hoarder when it comes to, like, boxes, and I don't really quite understand it. But
Boxes
it's a thing.
and tissues, apparently.
I mean, listen, you would, like, dig around in my stuff and, like, take my old tissues before I could throw them away. So that's on you, not on me.
Because they would compile.
Accurate. So either way, she comes, and she's staying. We're out of town. She's with the baby, and she's like, hey, just FYI, you had ants underneath your bathroom cabinet, and I had to clean it out. And I looked at my husband, and I was like, all the pee? Because I say pee.
All the pee and all the Vagisil.
And there was, like, at least 30 boxes of Vagisil, right? 30 boxes.
It's a good thing she, like, really, truly loves you now, because
She
with
never
that
asked
and
me
the
about it.
vibrators and...
Never asked me about it, didn't say a peep, and I was like, God bless you, Pam. I love you to death.
It's true.
But, like, now that my older son has a girlfriend, I'm just like, man, I can only imagine. Like, what
it's
the
gonna
fuck
be
does
like.
she think? You know, what is it like? This is
Speaking
gonna
of
be
your
karma.
older son, you also had him bring me vibrators one time.
I did. He was very awkward with it, too. He was like, what the fuck, Mom? And I was like, sorry, bro. I mean, that's what we do. It was for work, okay? And it was, again, a prototype that she had to try out. She's going to make us a lot of money, hopefully. So, I mean, it's fine. He's going to go to college on those vibrators, okay?
Your Cash just has this, like, very chill, like...
He grew up with me as a mom.
He has this very, like, well, that's what stupid shit they do.
Mom. Yeah, for sure. Jonathan, too, right?
That's true. He really does do that.
Yeah.
I actually had him sit down next to me, and we wore face masks. And we were having, like, a little spa moment while we were watching TV last night.
I like that.
It was adorable.
Very adorable. You need a boyfriend.
Yeah. Agreed. But it'll come when it comes.
I think when you have parents that are kind of, like, a little, like, rough around the edges, so to speak, like myself, you end up, like, being a lot, like, calmer and cooler and collected.
So we're moving from lymphatic strategies to parenting.
Yeah, just be a hot mess. It worked well for me. Mine's a gem. So the baby, however, is a fucking asshole. So I cannot
He's not
confirm
an asshole. He's a
or
2-year-old.
deny. He's an asshole. He's gonna be an asshole.
He's
I know
not an
it.
asshole.
I love it though. I'm like, be an asshole, because I'm not. Like, I wish like I had the confidence that he has.
I'll tell you what. He's
he'll
the
be like,
only
"Fuck
boy
you,"
that
and
will
I'll be like,
ever tell me what to do.
Fair enough. Yeah, right.
The only boy.
He got power, man. I give him
He's strong
props.
with it. He knows what he likes.
He knows what he likes. That's
He
for
really
sure.
does.
Mm-hmm.
Any final words to close out today in terms of what you recommend to get started on your lymph style?
So a lot of it is really diet based. As much as people don't want to talk about their diet, I say 90% of my body, my life, everything. And yes, I translate it and relate it to the lymphatic system because it all works together. But you can either fix or hurt 90% of your problems with diet. So really being cognizant of the biochemistry of your body, which we kind of teach people, eating for your blood type, knowing how your body's reacting, starting that communication with your body, knowing what works and what doesn't, and not just being like, oh, like disconnected from your body. I have so many people always like, hey, based off the biochemistry, you should be eating this, this, and this. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Every time I ate that, I would shit my pants. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, how many times were you eating it? They're like, oh, I don't know, like once a day for like 30 years. And I'm like, what? Like, your body is like literally like shitting this out and you're still continuously eating it. So just getting back into that mindset of knowing that you can really like listen to your body and do a lot of work with that. And same with like your lymphatic system too. Like, your body's trying to tell you if something's off. And I think that that's the number one like red flag is you start to get puffy, you get inflamed, and then it translates to everything else. So just really tapping in, listening to yourself a little bit more, also being nicer to yourself, you know, and taking small daily habits to be able to like make improvements so that you feel better and you're not like punishing yourself 24/7, because nobody's going to stick with something unless they're having fun with it, you know?
For me, I think that the last thing I would like to leave people with is like always be curious and always be a student, you know?
I like it.
Of course, I'm getting a call right now. I'm just going to throw this over. It's fine. Always be curious and always be a student in yourself, right? Like, because nothing stays the same ever. Everything changes.
For sure.
Journey changes your life, your body.
Your hormones fluctuate.
Your hormones. You'll be in different seasons of life constantly. So it's about, for me, like, stay curious, stay like a student of who you are and what you want for yourself.
Just like your lymphatic system.
Right.
Never be stagnant.
That's right.
What is this?
It's the cowboy hat. It's made you bring your guns out.
I don't know.
It's so weird.
Thank you so much for sticking with this.
And if you made it to the end of this, we
Congratulations.
appreciate you.
You have ADHD like the rest of us.
Squirrel! If this episode resonated with you and you feel like you've found your tribe, please make sure to follow us at lymphatic_organic or thelymphAddicts.com.